Okay, welcome. Today we are going to talk about buoyancy control for scuba divers. Yeah. Well, there's many aspects, many factors that about buoyancy control. For example, the way you breathe. Also the change of depth, change the pressures around you and how you respond to it, and also whether you can multitask or not. For example, like manage your feelings and your breathing together. But today we only talk about one topic, which is related to the body parts. Okay. So have a look here. Okay, imagine this is your head. Okay, you can see, yeah. Okay, then this is your neck, this is your body, this is your hip, and then this is your leg, and then the fin, your leg, the fin. Okay, you see. Then this is your hand. Okay, this is where your lung is. Then your BCD. The tank won't really affect much, okay, because it's almost neutral anyway, and change of depth wouldn't actually change the volume or change the buoyancy of the tank. And this is normally where people put their weights on. Okay, so how many of you actually know that whether your leg is neutrally buoyant, negatively buoyant, or positively buoyant when you are diving? Okay, this is the first thing we want to talk about. We are not going to talk about the technique yet because it will be very long. So we focus in this thing because this is not a technique related kind of issue. Let's see what's the problem. Yeah. Let's say if your leg is floating, that means positively buoyant when you are underwater. So your leg keep on floating up. That's why a lot of people when they dive, like they tend to dive like this. It means the legs up there and it's like a helicopter. It's not because of they try to fin themselves down. It's because the leg is floating up. Okay, so quite easy to solve. You buy maybe a more negatively buoyant fin. Okay, then we'll bring it down. Wear your weight a bit lower so that it centers the weights more onto the back. Okay, it's not too difficult actually. And if your leg is neutrally buoyant when you're underwater, it is the best. But and not much problems actually. And you can focus on the rest of the buoyancy controls maneuver. If your leg sink, when your leg is negatively buoyant when they dive, normally for people with long and thin leg, it actually creates some what's it called, inconvenience when you dive. Okay, just a simple explanation. Now see, this is your lung. When you breathe in, and the lung floats. When you need to add a little bit air, let's say you are a bit we're a bit negatively buoyant when you dive, your weight system, the BCD expand is also at the top of your body and it floats as well. What happens? Your leg is already sinking, so you always dive like basically vertical, or it's difficult for you to hold your fin, and you keep on have fin to keep your legs up. The thing is, if you keep on finning to keep your legs up, it's hard to control your buoyancy. Okay, how to solve this problem? Maybe wear a booties. Maybe buy a neutral buoyant fin, not those kind of like very sinking, very negatively buoyant fin. Maybe you can wear your weight a little bit higher, or distribute some of the weight over on where the positively buoyant things happen, like around the lung area and also the BCD area. Okay, maybe you can put your hand in front, because normally when you have a thin leg sinking, and your hand is normally somewhat equivalent to the leg as well. So when you put your hand on top, so it will actually keep the balance and bring the pivot a little bit more to where the positively buoyant things happen. Okay, dive with not too negative, because when it's too negative, you need to inflate the BCD, and this part is the same. This part floats and your legs sink. Okay, when you breathe in, I'm not talking about shallow breathing. Just don't breathe in too deep and don't breathe out too deep. Okay, because when you breathe in too deep, well, same things happen. This floats and then things sink. Okay, so find the buoyancy of your leg, and you can eliminate these big factors of the buoyancy control. Then when you work on the rest of the thing, you can be more focused on those skills part. Okay? And at least this is not a skill part.